You finally escaped that toxic relationship, but you still check their social media 20 times a day. Your friends are saying, hey, just move on already. But your heart keeps pulling you back. Let's get real about what's actually happening here and is not what you think. Hey, it's Tiffany with Tea with Tiffany. I've been in the mental health field for almost 2 decades, and I've seen hundreds of smart, capable people know better but still can't break free from the narcissistic relationships. Today, I'm going to break down exactly what's happening in your brain, and I'm going to share the technique that helped my clients break free when nothing else worked. Let's get straight to it. What you are experiencing isn't a lack of willpower or self love, it's literally a biochemical addiction, and I'm going to show you why. When you're in a relationship with a narcissist, your brain goes through something called intermittent reinforcement. It's one of the most addictive reward patterns known to psychology. The same thing that makes gambling hard to quit, right? Here's what happens in your brain during this cycle. During the love bombing phrases, when they're showering you with attention and affection, your brain releases a flood of dopamine. It's the same neurotransmitter involved in cocaine addiction. This creates an intense feeling of euphoria and connection. When they suddenly withdraw, criticize, or ignore you, what I call devaluation phase, your brain experiences this as a threat. This triggers the release of cortisol, your stress hormone that activates your amygdala and your brain's alarm system. But here's the part that explains why you can't just move on. When the narcissist returns with even the smallest gesture of affection after this withdrawal, your brain releases a cocktail of dopamine and oxytocin that's more powerful than the initial high. I had a client, let's call her Sarah, who was a domestic violence attorney. She helped others escape abusive relationships every day, yet couldn't leave her own toxic partner. That's how powerful this addiction is. Knowledge and intelligence offers no protection. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's my philosophy. Let me show you exactly what to do about this addiction cycle. So, this is where the R in my BRAVE method comes in: regulation. Before you can set boundaries or rebuild your authentic self, you got to address this addiction at the neurobiological level. Traditional approaches tells you just to focus on yourself or to remember the red flags. But that's like telling someone with a broken leg, just don't walk on it. Your brain is literally in an addiction cycle and it needs a more specific intervention. I've developed this technique called the neural pattern disruption that directly targets the addiction pathway. It's based on neuroscience that deliberately interrupts the cycle at the physiological level. In my practice, clients who have used this technique constantly shows a significant reduction in trauma bonding symptoms within a few weeks, even when they try everything else without success. What makes this approach different is that it works with your nervous system, not against it. It's not about trying harder, it's about working smarter with your brain chemistry. Let me show you one component of neural pattern disruption right now. It's not just a coping skill, it's literally rewiring your neural pathways. First, place one hand on your heart and one on your stomach. Take a deep breath in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold it for 2 counts and exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 counts. Now repeat while silently saying, my nervous system is resetting. This specific breathing pattern activates your vagus nerve, which helps counter the stress response and begins to stabilize your brain chemistry. When Sarah started practicing this technique 3 times daily, she noticed that her obsessive thoughts about her ex decreased significantly within just 2 weeks. By week 3, she had deleted his number and stopped checking his social media completely. So what is this? Listen, get out of your own way and have fun with it. Try this technique whenever you feel the pull towards your ex. and see what happens. Here's something I don't share often. I developed this method because I needed it myself. I have been where you are, and I know what it's like to logically understand a relationship is toxic, but still feel drawn to it. The technique I just taught you is powerful, but it's just one component of the complete neural pattern disruption protocol within the BRAVE method. The full system addresses all 5 levels of trauma bonding, from the biochemical addiction to identity reconstruction. I created a comprehensive training that walks you through the complete system. The link is below, but I need to be straight with you. This isn't for casual viewers. This training is for people who are ready to break the addiction cycle permanently. We only open registrations periodically and limit enrollment to ensure support. And guess what? My last sessions filled up within hours. If you're still struggling despite knowing better, it's not your fault. Your brain has been hijacked, but with the right approach, freedom isn't just possible, it's inevitable. Try that breathing technique I showed you and follow me for more insights on healing from narcissistic relationships. And guess what? Don't talk about it, be about it.